Case File 003. This footage was recorded by security cameras inside an apartment building at 3:12 a.m. A man named Daniel was returning home after working a late shift. He lived on the 8th floor, and according to his neighbors, he usually came home around the same time every night. At first, everything looked completely normal. Daniel entered the elevator on the ground floor, pressed 8, and looked down at his phone. The elevator started moving up, but instead of stopping on the 8th floor, it continued to the 14th. Daniel looked at the panel and pressed 8 again. The doors opened. The hallway was empty. He pressed the close button several times, but nothing happened. After about 10 seconds, Daniel stepped out and looked in both directions. Nobody was there. He walked back inside. That's when he looked into the mirror on the back wall of the elevator. In the reflection, someone was standing at the far end of the hallway. Daniel immediately turned around. The hallway was empty. He looked back into the mirror. The figure was still there. A tall man wearing dark clothes, standing completely still. Daniel pressed the close button again. Nothing happened. He started pressing it over and over. When he checked the mirror for the third time, the man was now standing about twice as close. But the security camera covering the hallway showed nobody standing there. At 3:13 a.m., the elevator doors finally closed. Daniel pressed the button for the 8th floor. The elevator started moving upward. The display showed 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then it showed 15. There was one problem. The building only had 14 floors. There wasn't even a button for the 15th floor inside the elevator. Daniel noticed the number and immediately started pressing the emergency stop button. At that exact moment, the elevator camera lost its signal for exactly 43 seconds. The building system registered the elevator as stationary somewhere between the 14th floor and the roof. Then the camera came back online. The elevator was now sitting in the lobby. The doors were open. The lights were working. Daniel's phone was lying on the floor, but Daniel was gone. Building security initially assumed he had simply walked out of the elevator. They checked the lobby cameras. He never came out. Then they checked every other floor. Nothing. Police arrived about an hour later. They searched the stairwells, the roof, the maintenance rooms, and even the elevator shaft. There was no sign of Daniel. But the next morning, one of the officers noticed something on the footage from the 14th floor. At 3:13 a.m., the camera shows the empty hallway and the open elevator doors. Daniel is standing inside. Then the doors close. 43 seconds later, someone appears at the far end of the hallway. He doesn't move. He just stands there, staring toward the elevator. When investigators enlarged the footage, they realized he was wearing exactly the same clothes as Daniel. The same jacket, the same pants, even the same shoes. But that wasn't the strangest part. According to the camera's timestamp, the footage of the man standing in the hallway was recorded 27 seconds before the elevator camera lost its signal, which means the security system recorded Daniel standing in the hallway while Daniel was still inside the elevator. He was never found. After the incident, the building management shut the elevator down for 2 weeks. The official report blamed a technical malfunction, but employees later told police about one detail that never appeared in the report. During the previous 6 years, the elevator had registered 3 other stops on the 15th floor. Every single one happened after 3 a.m.